Okay, so we've got a Mercedes C-Class C250 here that's not starting. I'll just show you what it's doing. Customer went into tool station and then when they came out, put the key in the ignition, nothing. So I've got the key here. Okay, put it in ignition. Go to crank it. Nothing. Okay. So then you leave the ignition on, disconnect the battery. Wait a couple of seconds and reconnect the battery. Okay. Now we're getting all our ignition lights as normal. Okay. Go to crank the car. So I'm cranking the car, foot's on the brake, nothing. Okay. So let's see what fault codes we've got. Okay folks, so what I've done is I've plugged in the electronic steering column lock control unit, and I'm just going to show you a few checks that we're doing. I've plugged it in, it's not activating at the moment. Okay, so I've got the key in the ignition warning lights are on. Just before I do anything, I want to double check to see what the fault code is saying. So let's see, enter the electronic steering lock control module, read fault codes, and that's the fault code that we've been getting originally. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll delete that, and we'll see if the new motor that we've installed in here has made a difference. I would have expected this to start working as soon as I put the key in. Okay, but there's been nothing at the moment. So we'll delete the fault codes here, that's fine. Okay, nothing in the memory, we'll come back to that in a minute. I just wanted to show you a couple of checks, folks, using the multimeter. Okay, so we've back probed the CAN wires to this control unit, and I'm using this small oscilloscope just to read the signals here, basically. So if I turn the key off and back on again, it should give us a value. Okay. So we're getting a good signal to it. You can see clearly when I'm turning the key on and off, I would expect this pin to be opening and closing. Alright, so I just wanted to double check that we were getting a good CAN signal. So I back probed the wires to the unit, and I'm happy that it is getting a good signal. I'll just show you one more time here using this mini oscilloscope. Yeah, you can see there that it's getting a signal there. That's fine. So I'm also going to show you that it's important to make sure that there is voltage getting to the control unit. So we've got these two larger wires at the bottom here, and there is actually a 20 amp fuse for this, which I've already checked, but I just want to make sure I'm getting a good voltage, so we'll just do that just now as well. This is difficult to do with one hand, but let's see how we get on. There we go. See if that's going to sit there. No. Try again. Right. I have to use 2 hands for this team. Okay, I've got them there. So as you can see, I'm reading a good battery voltage. So I'm happy with the power supply to the control unit, and I'm really happy that it's getting a CAN signal. So what I'll do is I'll try the fault code again. So if we come out of this, we'll go back into it now. Enter. That's fine. Yeah, that fault code's not going away. Okay, so it's unfortunate that the little motor repair that we've put in this hasn't been successful. What I'm left with now is to take it back into the workshop and remove the 2 micro relays, and they look like they were potentially burnt out on the circuit board. So remove the relays, replace them, we'll come back and then we'll try it again. So let's see how we get on. Hey folks, I'm just going to do a quick update. So far what I've done is diagnosed the electronic steering lock as being faulty. Okay, we know this because we had a fault code for it. When I stripped it down, we found this little motor, the little DC motor, was actually burnt out quite badly. So I'll try and show you that. Okay, so the brushes were burnt out on the motor itself quite badly burnt. So we knew that that was definitely an issue. And assuming that during that situation, that when this happens in the electronic steering lock, it must overcurrent, and that overcurrent must damage the circuit. Okay, now we did find some damage to a micro relay which sits underneath this circuit board. So I got these online. I also replaced both relays, plugged it back into the car, followed the guidelines on how to reinitiate it properly, and it still was not functioning. I was getting the same fault code. It is communicating with the control unit, but it's just not working. So I was at a bit of a stumbling block because I don't actually have key coding function for my launch diagnostic machine. So I can't go and buy an emulator to replace this and code the keys in. So what I done was I went to the internet to get some help. And what I found is this service on eBay. And this is a Mercedes ESL steering lock delete service. Okay, and this is by P. Jensen. Now, I spoke to the guy about this. He said, not a problem. If I send away this electronic ignition system reader, a key, he will code that from my car over to a new emulator, which is just plug into the car and it replaces this. So I've done that and I sent it back. So here is the emulator which he's coded in for us, and here is my electronic ignition system reader for the car out of the customer's car. So this is great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fit it to the car, again following the instructions, the guidelines. We're going to see if the car starts and see if there's any fault codes left. I really hope this works, because I'm at the point where, because I don't have key coding functions, I would have to now send this to Mercedes to get a brand new electronic steering lock, have it coded in by Mercedes, and that is going to cost a lot of money. Not only for me, but for my customer. Okay? So, this emulator should work, and I'm hoping that the video has helped others who are going through this situation, who are thinking, okay, I found the burnt out motor, get one off of eBay or AliExpress, fit it, still not working. This service on eBay, okay, this works. But I hope it works. Let's go and fit it to the car and see how we get on. Folks, I've just fitted the electronic steering lock, okay? I'm getting ignition system lights with my coded emulator plugged in. Let's see if this car's going to start. Absolutely perfect. So now the car's running, let's see if we've got any fault codes stored. No more fault codes for the electronic steering lock, which is this unit here, which was faulty. And I really hope this video has helped someone out there who's having the same symptoms and are in this situation where the car is not starting and they just don't know what to do. Make sure you click subscribe and follow us for some more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and talk to you soon.